Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good, and welcome back for another showcase. I ran a poll last week because I was on the fence about which route to go with, so ultimately I ended up letting you guys decide on Twitter which unit to basically exchange the yellow coins with. And overwhelmingly support was, or the voting was toward the UI Goku, which I was okay with. Basically I'll break down the dilemma I had here in a second, but initially, before it became available, I had pretty much decided that I would want to pick up 2 copies of UI Goku. However, the Spirit Bomb of Zord Goku is also very, very good. So, it's beneficial depending on the circumstances. But bottom line is the LR UI Goku is definitely my favorite over the 2. Even though the Spirit Bomb Goku Absorb or Spirit Bomb of Zord Goku is very, very good in his own regard and on a variety of teams. Ultimately, you guys were pretty much in agreement with me in terms of which unit to go with, so this is pretty much the stats I went with. Of course, with 2 copies, pretty much unlocking the full potential of the potential levels. So I went with the level 13 additional attack, level 20 crits. I did give him some equipment and whatnot. Link skill levels, they're close to level 10. They're not fully maxed out with Link levels, but they're good enough to where they do make material impact on the overall improvement of the stats themselves and performance. So that's really the point of it, right? Instead of just picking up 1 copy of each, I really wanted to expand on the potential levels for 1 unit instead of an even approach, so to speak. So again, at the end of the day, the dilemma I had was LR UI Goku is definitely one of my favorite LRs in the game. It's just a fun unit to run, and I think it's a little bit of a love-hate relationship with this unit. A lot of people do tend to get a little bit frustrated with the fact that when he doesn't dodge, he does take a lot of hits, but that's what for me makes it fun. It's kind of like the gamble you have to take in terms of a lot of incoming attacks, and you place them there intentionally in hopes of the dodge kicking in, but sometimes it very well doesn't. Like on SBR runs, I'll periodically get demolished because he doesn't dodge anything. But again, that's what really makes it fun for me. Is it's kind of a game of chance a little bit with this unit, and that's what makes it really, really fun. I mean, I love running teams with this guy and just balling out. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of fun. The thing to note about this. The first part of the video with the showcase is I ended up not including the Kaioken Blue Goku just to see kind of how he would perform without him as kind of a partner. The second half of the video, of course, I did include him on a couple clips just to show you how well they link up together. But this one, it's pretty much focused on taking advantage of Toppo's passive skill and supporting abilities, especially with the super attack and when it applies. So a lot of abilities to further expand on attack and defense based on having that guy in the rotation. So what really makes it fun about this unit is, again, you do have that great chance of evading enemies' attack. That also includes supers as well for the first 7 turns, and then after that it switches over to a high chance. So either way, you've got 70% chance for the first 7 turns to evade enemies' attack, and then after that it's still 50%. So it's still it's still a 50-50 chance, and it really does make it fun. And what I like about this guy is the fact that every time you are able to dodge, he'll build up his ki, and over time you get to see how much of an impact that makes. You can get up to a max of 7 ki, and then up to 77% in addition for attack and defense with every attack evaded. So it makes it a lot of fun with the build up, and because of that, I did pick longer events on Infinite Dragon Ball history, where the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie version is honestly a lot harder and a lot longer, so it makes it much more worthwhile when you're running units like this guy, where you do want to build up and fully maximize the passive skill. So that's what makes it fun. Now, switching gears over to the Spirit Bomb Absorbed Super Saiyan Goku, the dilemma that I had with this ultimately came down to the fact that getting additional dupes for this guy would really benefit a lot of the other units. Really, this guy's powerful in itself, but this guy's ability to randomly change key spheres to, rainbow types, given that he does have nuking passives on his own as well, but, having the ability to convert random type key into rainbow types, it really does make it easier for units on categories like, movie heroes, Last Resort, Goku's Family, or Super Saiyan, a lot of the LRs, right? It makes it so much easier to be able to get the 18 key super attack. So given the fact that he's good both offensively and defensively, in addition to that, the guy will help tremendously for the other LRs on the other category setups that he's on. So that's really what it comes down to, right? Is LR UI Goku was and is one of my favorite LRs. So of course I want dupes of that guy just to be able to run amok, you know what I mean? But at the same time, the Spirit Bomb Azor Goku will benefit my deck overall a lot more. So that's really where that indecisiveness really came from, is just kind of like, what do I want versus what do I need, right? That's really what it came down to. But I think it's okay with ultimately the decision, because at least for LRUI Goku, like the 6th anniversary is pretty much, it's pretty much confirmed at this point that we will get some sort of MUI Goku, right, on 6th anniversary as part of the Dual Dokkan Fest. And I guess, with that being said, if it is the MUI version, then you can pair this guy up with that on a rotation. So I guess in that regard, it really just, works out well from a timing standpoint. Just, again, like the Spirit Bomb Azor Goku, though, is phenomenal in itself and very beneficial on a variety of setups. So it's got more, I would say, practical uses than UI Goku, but either way, both units are very good. And I guess from a timing standpoint also, it's this video is kind of like good perfect timing, right? Because I think Global just got a couple of units available in the gacha shop or baba shop to exchange for copies. So, I guess in that regard it works out pretty well too. But overall, like, honestly, I don't really have any regrets. Like, getting 2 copies of UI Goku was absolutely what I wanted. It's not necessarily what I needed, but it does like make things way more fun, to be honest with you, just because you're able to like basically expand upon a lot more in the potential system. Honestly, 79% and 100%, there's very little difference. I mean, the only nice thing, right, is you get a couple of additional levels toward like the super attacks or whatever and whatnot. But I think it's mostly the fact that people want to see that rainbow star next to the card. You know what I mean? I think ultimately that's what it comes down to. Like, I'm perfectly okay with the units at 79% because at least you're able to tap out the potential levels. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm perfectly okay with the decisions you guys ended up making for me. I'm pretty much satisfied. I've ran several teams just testing out with this unit, and at the end of the day, it's just flat out a lot of fun. It makes it fun, and that's really what matters. At this point in this game for me is finding opportunities to just simply have fun. Like playing close to 6 years, like it gets a little bit dry in terms of like how to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So like you just look for different ways to really have fun and just switch things up a little bit. And I'm glad you guys chose the UI Goku for this one. Personally, I was okay with either one, and I would have been fully satisfied either way. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know, like Realm of Gods is definitely a very nice one. Specifically speaking, like the strength type Realm of Gods team, like super strength Realm of Gods team, is just very good. You've got a variety of units that you can include on that setup too. Like it literally makes SBR a joke. Like having the UI Goku, Kaioken Blue Goku, Topo, Whis, and then pairing up Whis, you can have the LR Beerus and Whis as well. A couple of other units you could potentially include on that setup as well, but I think those are pretty much the highlights of units that I would include on that setup, and the ones I ultimately ended up running for the Extreme Super Battle Road setting. So it's a lot of fun with that setup, and the Realm of Gods category in general, I mean, they've always been good. I think what's nice is the fact that the physical type Beerus did come out where you don't have an extreme type Realm of Gods lead, so it makes it a little bit more easy to build teams around, especially the types of teams I have in mind with the Realm of God setup. Like, I literally have 2 variations of that, is one being the super type Realm of God setup, and then the other is pretty much the extreme type Realm of God setup, you know what I mean? So I can cleanly split 2 different types of teams within one category, so that's what, the nice little piece with that. So yeah, overall, I mean, at the end of the day, good decisions were made. You guys made the decision a little bit easier for me by voting for the unit that you thought I should exchange for. So I certainly appreciate that, and I have no regrets. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the showcase. I mean, it was a lot of fun recording and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see if I have time for any other videos coming up today. But if not, definitely stay tuned for the next one. Alright, with that being said, I will catch you guys later. So you guys have a good one, and peace out.